Hi, Julie here once again for the next segment in my Simply Making series. If you want to check out one of my other clips, it's all about making homemade washing liquid, and I did that earlier, and you'll see over here that I've made 10 litres of washing liquid, which will last me for about 6 months. It's fantastic, very economical. You can make that whole lot for about $1.75 in total, so that's pretty good. Funny story though, while I was making it, I didn't realise that I actually lost this little piece of jade off my bracelet, and I was out having coffee with a friend and I realised that it was missing, and I'd only just been given it last night, so I was like, oh no, I've already lost one of the pieces off it, and I searched everywhere. And anyway, sure enough, when I poured my 10 litres of washing liquid into the 2 litre containers, as I was pouring the last little bit into the funnel, clonk, in came, from the bottom of it came this piece of jade. So I washed it and put it back on my bracelet, and I'm going to have to be careful, but there it was in the bottom of my my bucket. Anyway, today I'm going to be teaching you how to make a different sort of washing product. This one I use for my whites. So I generally find that washing liquid is really good for most clothes, but when it comes to my whites, I find that I just need something a little bit more powerful. And it also is a little bit more expensive to make, this one, so that's why I only save it for my whites load. Anyway, once again, the recipe comes from out of my Down to Earth book, which I love, by Rhonda Hetzel, so you might like to get a copy of this because it's got all the things in it and lots of other recipes as well for different things. So it's brilliant, but this one is called Heavy Duty Laundry Powder. It's only got 4 ingredients in it, so once again it's still very cheap and easy, and all you need is a couple of jars. So, and once again, this lasts about 6 months as well. You only need 1 or 2 tablespoons per load. And so what I also do when I put it into my washing machine, after it's filled up and agitated a little bit, I just put it on pause just for an hour or so, so that the product just soaks in and makes everything nice and sparkly and white. So yeah, you might like to do the same, but it's very easy to make. So all we need is a bowl of some sort. So something that's, yeah, probably even only about that size will probably do the trick. Maybe a little bit bigger so that you've got plenty of mixing room. Hang on, I'll just go and get a bigger bowl. Yeah, that one's probably way too big, but at least it won't go over the edges for this one, so that's good. Okay, I'll just put you down a little bit so you can kind of see what I'm doing over here. So all you do is you put your 4 ingredients in, mix them around, done. Easy, so easy. So you need a cup of powdered oxygen bleach. So like your traditional nappy sand, I guess. I buy a cheap version from Aldi. So yeah, this one's good, just gets a bit lumpy sometimes, so you need a cup of this. Okay, running out of that one. Sometimes too, when I've got a really nasty stain, I find if I wet the fabric and put some of this straight on it and leave it for a little while, it really does lift that stain off. But anyway, I haven't quite got enough in there for a cup, so I'll just open a new one. Just loosen it up a little bit. Okay, 1 cup, done. Next it says you need 2 cups of soap flakes. Now I use the Luxe Pure Soap Flakes, and this one was one that I opened ages ago. It's lasted me forever. I won't rip that bag because I'm all about saving plastic as well. That's one of my philosophies, is to use as little plastic as possible. So that's why I love being able to reuse my jars and my 2-litre juice bottles over and over again. Can't open this. Come on. Come on. So that you're not buying packaging all the time, and it's really good for the planet. So 2 cups of this. Alright, so there won't be too much in there because that one's been open for ages. Alright, so we've got half a cup there. So that one will go in the bin in a minute, and I'll have to open another box. Push in and squeeze to form spout. I think I'll just rip it off. Okay. As I said, all of these ingredients are super, super cheap, and they make a lot of stuff. Alright, so that's 1 cup. Whoops, there's my 2nd cup. 3rd ingredient is a cup of borax. I already opened that earlier because I find that particularly difficult to open. This one is just child-proof thingy, and you know, it's jewelry-proof as well apparently. So what did I say? 1 cup of this. Whoops. Might just need to get a knife, and it's gone a little bit lumpy, so I'll just break that up a little bit. Make sure that it's going to pour in nice and easily. Yeah. 1 cup. Okay. And next, finally, 1 cup of washing soda. And I showed you in the other video that you definitely don't use baking soda like you do for cooking. This is specifically washing soda. But you can buy all these ingredients from your supermarket. Sometimes they might be not as obvious when you walk along the aisle, because there's only one of these like on a whole aisle of cleaning products, and sometimes I have to ask for where they are, but they're always there somewhere. So 1 cup of this. Okay. Again, I've got heaps left over for next time. Okay, just get a spoon. I'll try not to lose my piece of jade in this batch of product. And I'm just mixing this all around. If you see any lumps from the borax, just squish those out. That's the only bit of product that sometimes does get a touch lumpy. And you can see in here that it's just evenly distributed throughout the powder. Okay, that's good. And as I said earlier, you just put it into the jars, and you only use 1 to 2 tablespoons depending on what size load you've got. So I'm just scooping that right into the jar, holding it over the top, so if I lose any it goes back into the container. You could use a funnel for this, but this is probably easier. Just get the edges and then my second jar. Okay, that's getting pretty full. It's got a little bit left to go. So I'll just tip the last little bit in. And done. I have 2 containers of heavy duty washing powder. So I use this for my whites, the washing liquid which you see over on the bench over there for all my other washing, and you might be wondering what I use for fabric softener. Simply white vinegar. So all you really need is like a tablespoon or 2 of white vinegar in your load, and that works as a fabric softener. So once again, everything's very economical, very environmentally friendly, and I'm loving it. So enjoy making your own washing stuff. You're going to find it lasts for ages, and it's just so easy. Okay, thanks very much for listening. See you next time.